Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our basic Russian language program. And let's start lesson number 4. I will share my PowerPoint with you. So basic Russian class. And I want to change the layout so that, oops. Okay. This is my information, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me by email or my telephone. This is our schedule. Today we have lesson 4, counting in Russian, cardinal numbers, and I threw in colors for you. That will be fun. Last time we went through Russian numbers from 0 to 10 and from 11 to 19. Let's repeat. Please repeat after me. 0. With soft L at the end, 0. And you remember how to make a soft consonant? You just raise your tongue a little bit further towards your palate and you will get a soft consonant. Number 1 is один. And here is a pronunciation for you. Or sometimes we say раз. That's like a count, like a beat, musical beat. Раз, два, три, четыре. Раз, раз, раз. So you can use один or you can use раз for the same thing. Два. Три. Четыре. Пять. Шесть. Семь. 8. 9. 10. And now let's play a game. I'll show you a card and you please say what it is there in Russian, and Magda, don't yell loud. What is it? Can anybody see it? What is this?
3.
3. Yay. Okay, what is this?
7.
7. I see you learned the lesson, Stephanie. What is this?
5.
5. Yes. What is this?
2.
2. What is this?
4.
Yep. What about this?
1.
Молодец. At the girl. Good job. Okay, now let's see if we can pronounce the following numbers. 11.
11.
12.
12.
13.
13.
14.
14.
15.
15.
16.
16.
17.
17.
18.
18.
19.
19.
Okay, let's go further. Russian numbers from 20 to 30, and here's their English translation and pronunciation. Can everybody see it okay? Okay, so 20 in Russian is 20.
20.
21 is 21.
21.
As you see, we have the root of the word dva, and then we add set. That means tenth. So 2 plus 5 and the other number, and you will get the compound number. 21.
21.
22.
22.
23.
23.
24.
24.
25.
25.
With a soft T at the end. 5. 26.
26.
27.
27.
28.
28.
29.
29.
And the next word is 30.
30.
So do you see how compound numbers are made? You use 2 plus 5 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we go to the following 10, 30, it's the same way. 31, 32, 33. You say 31, 32, 33, and so on. So here is counting in tens. 10,
10.
20,
20.
30,
30.
40,
40.
50,
50.
10. So basically 5 tenths. 5,
5.
10.
10.
6, 10.
60.
70.
70.
Note that the stress falls on a different syllable and in the word 70. We used to see it at the end, 50, 60, and now we have it at the beginning. 70,
70.
80,
80.
90,
90.
and 100.
100.
So the word 40 is a little exception from the rule. For some reason, it's not made as other numbers.
Do you know where it
30.
came from, Elena? Do you know
There are
the reason?
several different versions about it. One of them being that it's borrowed from one of the Turkic languages. Another, it's like Sorak Sarakov, means a lot. And there's another version that Sorak Sarakov actually meant 40 fur skins, animal skins, animal fur, and they were selling the furs in batches, 40 in each, and that's how it became to mean the number 40. But there are several different versions, and nobody can prove or disprove none of either of them. Okay, and in other Slavic languages, it's actually a regular making it like 4 10, 4 на 10, 4 10. I think it's in even Bulgarian language. It is very close to Russian. Let's go further. Oh, let's practice. Let's learn to say telephone numbers. So I will say that my telephone number is 913-295-8250. That's the number of our library. And how we say it in Russian? Мой номер телефона 913-295-8250. Except Russians probably will count in tens and will say 913, 295, 82, 50. And I think all Russian numbers have 8 digits. Area code could be 3 digits, but the regular number will be 8. So it will sound something like 2950, 8250, 2950, 8250. One interesting thing, when put before a noun, the numbers 1 and 2 can change form according to the gender of the noun. So if we have a masculine word and we use number 1 with it, then we will have to use number 1 in the same gender as the noun. For example, один стол. Stol is masculine because it ends in consonant. So it will be один стол or два стола. But if we use a feminine noun, for example, комната, room, it ends in vowel. So grammatically, it will be a feminine noun. So we will say not один, but одна. Одна комната, because it's feminine. Both words end in a, which is a vowel, which means it's a feminine gender. Одна комната, но две комнаты. And if we look at neuter words, for example, облако, a cloud, is neutral in Russian because it ends in o. So words that end in o or ye, in most cases, there are always exceptions, of course, but in most cases, these words that end in o or e will be neuter. So одно облако, два облака. So you see, in masculine, we say один, in feminine, we say одна, in neuter, we say одно. Or два in masculine, две in feminine, and neuter, два. Remember, I told you that all Russian nouns and pronouns and adjectives that correlate with those pronouns and nouns, they can be either masculine, feminine, or neuter, not either, which reflects not only physical gender of objects or people or animals, but also a grammatical gender. And grammatical gender means that every word will be one of the 3 genders: masculine that ends in consonant, feminine that in most cases ends in a or ya, and neuter that ends in o or ye. And here is interesting cultural note. Russians use an odd number of flowers to put in a bouquet: 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. They never use even numbers when they buy flowers, for example. So there is no such thing as a dozen of roses in Russian culture. Even today, I was gathering flowers for my vase to cut flowers, and I was counting them. So when I had 2 very beautiful flowers, I knew that I couldn't just take 2, I needed to find another one. And the flowers were gladioli and they were big by themselves, but I still needed to bring 3 batches of those little flowers because it has to be odd number. So my husband already knows that when he buys a dozen of roses, he always pulls one out to give it to me. Okay. So now let's practice saying other numbers. if you go to Russia or lots of countries of former Soviet Union and you learn Russian, one of the first things you need to know is how to count, at least to 25, because those numbers are very helpful. To navigate through towns, you probably will need to know what bus numbers they are. You probably will need to go to a market or a store, and you will need to know how much something costs. Or you might to negotiate. And we have something in the chat. Oh, interesting. Yes. So I advise you to learn numbers the first thing that you learn in any language. Although in my experience, learning numbers in any language is the most difficult thing. One of the, especially when you get to hundreds and thousands. So let's practice. How old are you? We say, сколько тебе лет? That's informal, addressing to somebody who you know well, or somebody who is younger than you, like a child, or your relative, or your friend. So, сколько тебе лет? But if you want to use it in formal way to ask somebody who you don't know, or who is older than you are, or who is in position of authority, like your teacher, your boss, you will say сколько вам лет? So вам, you, in the formal way. Actually, proper you in English. Сколько тебе лет will be used with in informal situations. Let's repeat. Сколько тебе лет? Let's repeat after me. Сколько тебе лет?
Лет.
And if you want to ask in a formal way, сколько вам лет?
Сколько вам лет?
And in this case, вам in writing will be capitalized. That means that you are addressing to a single person, but in a formal way. Вам also a pronoun that refers to several people. In that case, it will be used not in a formal way, but just addressing to several people. And вам will not be spelled with capital letter. Will not. Well, 2 examples, and you can change numbers if you want to. I am 40 years old. Мне 40 лет. Мне 40 лет. Oh, you can say I am 40 years old. Мне 50 лет. Or мне 60 лет. So the only thing that changes is the number, pronoun, and the main noun stays the same. Мне 10 лет. If you're a child, you can say that. Мне 10 лет. Let's practice saying that. You can say your own age, or you can come up with another number. Magda, can you say мне so many years? Мне столько лет.
Мне 28 лет.
Молодец. Good job. 28 means 28. You're very young, Magda. Stephanie, can you say how old you are in Russian?
Меня 48 лет.
Мне 48 лет. Yes, that's correct. You said it very well. What about talking about dates? What is today's date? Какое сегодня число? Число means date or number. Число. When we talk about date and time, число means date. When we talk about numbers, it means number, but it's the same word, число. Singular, числа, plural. And the word число will be neuter by itself because it ends in O. So today is July 16th. Сегодня 16 июля. And notice that in Russian, number goes first and then the month. In English, you can say July 16th or 16th of July. In Russian, it's always 16th of July, basically. 16 июля. Russians use European standard, day, month, year. If you write it like 07, 16, 21, today's date in English. In Russian, it will be month first, day first, month, then year. So 16 июля 21 года, 16th of July of 21. So how do we say today is July 16th? Сегодня 16 июля. What date will be tomorrow? Какое число будет завтра?
Завтра будет 17 июля.
Great, Magda, you're my best student. Завтра будет 17 июля. Does this pronunciation guide help you at all? Or it just confuses you?
No, it helps.
Okay. Bravo. Okay. Also, note about time. Russians use 24-hour clock, or otherwise known as military time here. So it does make sense to learn letters until 24, at least, up to 24 or higher if possible, to memorize them. So let's practice some more. Let's try to say, for example, not necessarily the day that is today, but let's just use any example and any number and say it. Stephanie, can you say какое сегодня число? What date is today? Any number.
Какое сегодня
Число.
число?
And you can say сегодня and your number.
Сегодня 16
июля.
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 And what date will be tomorrow? Какое число будет завтра, Магда?
Завтра будет 17 июля.
What if it's another date? For example, 31st.
Завтра будет 31 июля.
As you see, the word число is neutral, so the number correlates with this neutral noun, and you say 16, 31, 27, they all are in neuter form. Oh, now let's talk about colors. I'm trying to make it small so you could see. Russian colors have the same meanings as colors in English. With some exceptions, for example, the color blue is expressed by two different words in Russian. There are two words, голубой, and you can see it right here, голубой, и синий, light blue or dark blue. each word is a separate color. For example, rainbow in Russian has 7 colors. How many colors does rainbow have in English language?
5.
Name them.
Yellow, green, red.
It has 7. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
So you do count it as indigo as a dark blue color, because if you look at the pictures, I actually had a difficult time finding the rainbow with 7 colors. Usually these two, dark blue and light blue colors, are blended together in one color, and if you count, there are 6 numbers. So to remember the sequence in which rainbow colors are placed on the picture or in reality, we use a mnemonic rule. It sounds like: каждый охотник желает знать, где сидит фазан, where every first letter of every word starts with the same letter as the colors of the rainbow. Каждый охотник желает знать, где сидит фазан. Translation is: every hunter wants to know where sits the pheasant. So in Russian, the first letter of each word corresponds to one of the colors of the rainbow. Каждый, every, каждый.
Каждый.
And red in Russian, красный, they start with the same letter. So red color goes first. Каждый, красный. Красный. Охотник.
Охотник.
Hunter. In Russian, it's охотник, starts with O. And orange color starts with O. Оранжевый in Russian. Оранжевый. So that's the second color, orange. The next word is желтый. The color желтый starts with J, yellow. Желтый. And the word is желает, wants. The hunter wants to know. So we start with red, каждый. Then it's охотник, starts with O, orange, оранжевый. So that's the second color is orange. And then желтый, yellow. The word in Russian is желает, wants. Знать. And зеленый start with the same letter Z. That's a green color in Russian. Зеленый, green, Z. Знать, same letter. So it's the 4th number of the rainbow. Next one is blue, light blue, голубой. In mnemonics, it's где, where. So голубой and где start with the same letter. G, голубой, light blue. Then the next one, сидит and синий start with the same letter S, meaning dark blue. Сидит, синий. So it's the next color, the 6th color of the rainbow. And фазан and фиолетовый, violet, in Russian start with the same letter, F. So фазан и фиолетовый. And interesting thing about the word purple in Russian, purple doesn't mean this color. This is the one that is last color of the rainbow. Purple in Russian means purpurный. This is the color of the king's purple mantle. And I try to, oops. Okay, let's run to the rainbow again. So this dark red, purpurный color is what purple means for us. So for this color, we use the word фиолетовый, which corresponds with English word violet. So there are 7 colors of the rainbow, and the sequence is as such: red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, and violet, or you can say purple. So in Russian, красный, оранжевый,
Оранжевый,
желтый,
желтый,
зеленый,
зеленый,
голубой,
голубой,
синий,
синий,
фиолетовый. Фиолетовый. Here's the spelling.
фиолетовый,
Фиолетовый.
фиолетовый.
So I wonder if you can come up with a sentence that starts with every word of which starts with the letter that corresponds with the color of the rainbow in English. I'm sure such thing can be created.
They just use, it's Roy G. Biv, ROYGBIV, Roy G. Biv. written
Roy
like
G.
it.
Bibb.
Yeah, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Cool.
They just use the initials.
Cool, Roy G. Bibb.
We used to have one for the planets too.
Do you remember it?
No. But then, you know, that was also when Pluto was a planet.
And it still is. It's back. I think it's
know,
back.
Yeah, I think they call it dwarf planet now.
Yeah, but it's still a planet. So when I speak in English, I use the word purple for violet, but when I speak in Russian, I would never even translate purple as purple because it means completely different color, this dark red. Okay, so there are other colors other than the colors of the spectrum or the rainbow. For example, white. Well, it's one of the colors of the spectrum, but we can see it. Белый. Белый. And you see I marked them corresponding colors. Белый, white. Черный. Black. Серый. That means gray. Розовый. Pink. In Russian, it comes from the word rose, the flower rose. Apparently, the first rose that they knew was pink colored, so it's розовый, color of the rose. And brown, коричневый. Коричневый. Magda, could you repeat after me? Белый.
Белый.
Черный.
Черный.
Серый.
Серый.
Розовый.
Розовый.
Коричневый.
Коричневый.
Молодец. So let's use these colors in a sentence. In Russian, this is a complete sentence. Черный кот, black cat, it's a complete sentence. Черный кот или or черная кошка. Remember the genders of the nouns. Кот can be a male cat, therefore he is masculine, and the word черный goes together with the word кот. And кошка is a female cat, so we will say черная кошка. So, but not only these two words mean have the gender that corresponds with their physical entity, male or female. Also, these nouns have grammatical gender. Кот ends in consonant. Кошка ends in a, in vowel. And the words that end in consonant are masculine, and the words that end in a or ya in most cases are feminine. So we'll say черный кот, but черная кошка. I should have written that. Here is one of the exceptions. The word мышь ends in sh and soft sign. Soft sign doesn't make
Miyaki знак.
мягкий знак. Yes, it doesn't make any sound, but makes the previous consonant soft. Мышь, you would think that if it ends in consonant, it should be a masculine word, but in this case, мышь has a feminine meaning of the grammatical gender. So мышь is feminine, so she is серая мышь, not серый мышь, but серая, gray mouse. And actually, I don't think we distinguish between genders of mice. She is, or he is still мышь. Grammatically, it's feminine, but when we talk about male mice and female mice, they are the same. Here is white cloud. Белое облако. Белое облако. In this case, it's all clear. Облако ends in o. Therefore, it's a neuter noun. So that's why it's белое. And облако is always unanimated. Therefore, it cannot be either a female or male because it's not a person, not an animal, it's just an object. And a lot of cases, objects are neutral if they end in o or yeah. Pink, pink panther. Розовая пантера. Розовая пантера. And pantera in Russian means this animal, regardless of its physical gender. It only has grammatical gender, which is feminine. Male pantera and female pantera, they still have the same word pantera. Коричневый костюм. Brown costume. Oops. Okay. I think we got to the end of the slide. I think I stopped sharing. No, I'm still
No,
sharing.
you're sharing.
Коричневый костюм. Brown costume. Коричневый костюм. Brown suit. Коричневый костюм. Costume and the word costume came from the same language. Don't know which one, probably French.
Which word came from the same language? Costume.
Costume and costume. In English language, there is a word costume, meaning more of a costume that you put on when you go do some performance in circus
like
or
theater costume.
theater. Yeah. In Russian, it's the same word, only stress is different. Costume, the last syllable is stressed, and it means any kind of suit. Could be theatrical, could be just a regular male suit, but it's still the same word. So let's see how many words we learned today for colors. We learned белый, черный, серый, розовый, коричневый, and 7 colors of the rainbow. Красный, оранжевый, желтый, зеленый, голубой, which is light blue, or синий, which is dark blue. And then we learned фиолетовый, which is violet. And of course, there are lots of interesting colors like chartreuse, right? Did they say it right? Chartreuse color.
Yeah.
We call it salatovый, the color of the salad. You know, the dish salad. For us, it will be this yellowish greenish color. We call it salatovый. Or the color that in English is lilac, in Russian will be lilovый. Lilovый lilac. Another interesting color is, well, I already told you about purple and purpurny. That's another interesting pair of words that mean different things in different languages, even though they sound the same. Indigo. Actually, indigo is the same color. We say indigo. That denim color, dark blue. Another color came from Spanish language or French. They have the same root, azur. In Russian, it's lazurny. That blue color of the sea, azur. In French, Côte d'Azur. In English, it is. Does anybody know what it is in English? The coast of France, southern coast of France, Côte d'Azur. Huh?
I see it called Côte d'Azur, but I grew up in Louisiana where French is, you know, normal.
Okay. I can't remember, but there is an English version of it. Russians say, huh?
It's not the French Riviera, is it?
It is
yeah,
French Riviera, yeah.
French Riviera, yeah.
We say Лазурное побережье. Côte d'Azur, just literally translated. Well, also there is Italian Riviera too.
Yeah.
So what other colors do you know that are not the primary and not the colors of the rainbow? Can you name them? Fuchsia. In Russian, it's fuchsia, which is the same. Other?
And gold and silver.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful colors. Zolotoy in Russian, golden. Silver, серебряный. So it's direct translation of the word. I wonder if there are any other colors that mean different things, like chartreuse and salatovый. Can anybody think about other colors?
But orange, how about, yeah.
Оранжевый.
Yeah, never mind. I realized both of those.
Sometimes people use the word яблочный, which is apple basically, and that means light green, like light green apple.
Like Granny Smith.
Yeah, exactly. That type of color. Granny Smith color. Yes, we can come up with all kinds of colors for red, like a strawberry color, strawberry blonde. What color is strawberry blonde, by the way?
It's very light red, like a red hair, like a more of a light orange color. Between blonde and red hair, which isn't actually red.
We have a word русый for the color of majority of Russian people. It's the same root, русый, русский. It's that interesting color that is not blonde. It's darker than blonde, but it's much lighter than brown, some kind of grayish color, not gray that old people get, but gray, like a gray mouse. So it's in between blonde and gray. It's called русый. Oh, here is a question from turquoise. Ah, yeah, turquoise. Wonderful. That's a great example. So turquoise in Russian будет бирюзовый. Turquoise literally means бирюза, and it came from one of the Turkic languages, firuza. From here, adjective бирюзовый. I probably will need to write it, but I can do it right now because we are sharing the screen. Plus, I don't have Russian keyboard in front of me. So бирюзовый is turquoise. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful example. Any other colors that we want to know about? No? I like the color lilac. You can show lots of different colors and name all of them lilac. Anything that is light violet or light purple.
Yeah, I actually
also
I
very-
use fuchsia, violet, and lilac interchangeably because they have different hues.
There's a tiger eye. Wow, that's interesting. So what color is tiger eye? Some kind of yellowish color?
I thought it was
Brownish.
referred to like a striped brown.
Miss Burns, do you know what tiger eye color is? Since you mentioned it. I would say it's yellow like eyes of the tiger, like cat's eyes, that deep yellow color, but maybe I'm wrong.
It could be that gold brown color.
Gold brown. Tiger eye. Yeah, people come up with all kinds of colors, especially if you look at the color palettes of modern paints. You will see all kinds of things. Mix of yellow and brown. Yep, Stephanie, you were correct.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yellow and brown. Tiger eye.
Mm.
I should use this expression more often. Tiger eye. Well, ladies, this concludes our lesson number 4. I will see you next week. I will stop sharing. I will see you next week, and you have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Elena. I kind
Thank
of
you.
repeat, remembered a lot of things, I guess.
Good.
Thank you.
Well,
This was
thank you.
fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Nice to meet you, Stephanie.